Michael Jackson. The greatest shit ever made. But you know, they're not really about anything. They got things going on, you know, but you know, they got like Annie, you know, whether she's okay, or Annie and child murder, or you know, Hooter. You know, this is all great stuff, but it's, you know, it's kind of arbitrary. It doesn't really seem like it's trying to convey any meaning or purpose. I think the goal of both of these things are, let's just make cool shit. Let's just, you know, that's the whole goal, right? Let's just make cool shit. It works, and it's escapism, it's adventure, it's hip, it's now, it's the moment. That's cool, you know. It's really entertaining, and it just makes you want to consume it over and over again in like a cycle. You know, it does kind of feel like a distraction because, you know, it's all owned by like corporate. Escapism that's this good makes you feel like you're on a fucking great adventure, and what makes it even more impressive is that there's not really meaning to it. You know, it's kind of just some arbitrary shit happening on a screen. In spite of that, it still immerses you in the world that it's doing, that it's making. Star Wars movies, for example, might take some aesthetics from imperialism or authority or something from somewhere, and Mike Jackson might take the aesthetics of old movie monsters. But is he actually trying to say something about Italian criminals? Despite that, this shit is still gonna make you feel like you're fucking flying. This is why Star Wars isn't like the other girls. The world building isn't an allegory or anything. People might say it's about fascism or war or redemption or something, but the movie's only just using the visual characteristics of those concepts. But it's not making a critique or anything. It's just using those aesthetics for the specific space adventure movie it's doing. Because of this, the movie doesn't really have an opinion about anything. It's just pure escapism, and it just uses this stuff to add some style to the world. And that world and that image that it creates has lightsabers and the Force and fucking music, which automatically makes it better than everything else. And this is why even the places Star Wars stole from can't compete. Like, you know, Star Wars took a lot from Dune, for example. It took the story of a space empire and genetic telepathic powers, but it did it without any of the direct points that Dune was trying to make. And then what you got left is a similar plot structure, but a movie that isn't trying to say anything. I mean, you know, it's got the dynamic of the Republic and the Empire is doing all this chill genocide stuff, and the Republic is, you know, they're still giving them $3 billion a year. Star Wars, though, it does still have symbolism and artistic techniques that give it the impression of meaning, but all that symbolism is kind of just like self-referential, except for maybe Andor, but I haven't seen it because I need to have lightsabers jangled in front of my face like keys or testicles. This is why Dune over here still can't compete, because it doesn't have any fucking lightsabers. But the fact that Dune has purposeful political implications and Star Wars doesn't have any, doesn't mean that Dune is more entertaining. Because just as something might have a point, probably just makes that thing more pretentious. And even though a piece of art has meaning, you know, what does that actually do? All the artistic value that Dune has, it does what exactly? I mean, the world consumed it and moved on. Why would you really want to watch a movie and rethink the structures of authority that rule over you and the entire world? Me, I'd rather watch an even deeper, an even better and deeper movie like Deadpool and Wolverine. Therefore, entertainment's only actual purpose is to help you temporarily escape the gray industrialized society that you live in and go to a place that has actual freedom and adventure. And that's why Star Wars is better than everything else ever, because consuming it is better than real life. In the exact same way, Michael Jackson is also better than real life. You know, not really because his art has any deep meaning to it or anything, but because his music and his dancing is unequivocally the greatest thing in the world. And his songs are either about the Force or healing the world or saving the world or something. But is that really what the song's message is about when you're happily dancing to lyrics of hungry children? That's because the only thing the music is about is a feeling, and it's pretty much solely about making you escape and to feel free temporarily, which in theory would be great in small doses, but when every part of society is making you consume something to help you escape and simultaneously reinforcing that the status quo is the only right way to exist, that's why society kind of just goes in a cycle where the wealthy and authoritarian structures that rule the world keep getting power while the working class of people sit in a cycle of consuming. And there's like a cycle or something, and consumption, and yeah, I think it's pretty interesting, because he's really going for it, huh? It's pretty good.
Just something to get closer to your soul. And you do know that I want you. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground. Let's dance, let's shout, shake your body down to the ground.
The choreography that Michael did when he was younger, to me, was better than a lot of stuff that came later. Obviously, Smooth Criminal is great. And yeah, I know it takes a lot of visual references from 40s mobster movies, and Star Wars also takes references from 40s movies, and then Michael takes visual references from Star Wars, and then Israel takes visual references from Star Wars. In the lore is inconsistent in both this shit. You got Moonwalker, where Michael turns into a car, then he does some epic moves, then he shoots an unarmed black man into a wall? And then of course you got the Force, where sometimes you can't read people's minds, or you can, or you can change people's minds, or you can sense a disturbance across the galaxy, or not sense one, like the most powerful Sith Lord right in front of you. No, they can't do that, but they're just gonna keep bugging him and asking him questions like, when's the war gonna end? Why are we funding the Separatists? And he's just like, are we really still talking about this Epstein guy, dude? Music, compared to movies, also has a lower standard of meaning as well. For example, every song is about a fucking relationship, except for maybe Man in the Mirror. Yeah, that one's got a lot of deep commentary about like people that made great changes and like great things. Oh shit, there you go. There's Jimmy Carter right there. Great guy. This video is a real celebration of wait. Hey, go back. Didn't that bitch kill a bunch of people? It's a very odd choice by Mike. But Star Wars actually has some deep commentary about slavery in the form of droids. And the movie's conclusion is that they're actually very fun companions. That's why this art is so great. That's why it makes you feel like not only is it the world is progressing, but that you have also made an individual, personal progression. But in reality, you are just kind of looking at a screen. But it's still great that the escapism is going to do the adventure for you while you watch, because this shit is so good that it inspires you, it gives you comfort while you go back to your captivating reality, where the powers and great authorities that control the world have only gotten more powerful year by year through industrialization and mass production. But still, this great art not only motivates you to live a better life, but also makes you more cooperative. And even though violence and slavery are happening all over the world still, we don't have to think about that, because we get to sit and consume other people having fun. And that's why it's just so amazing we don't have to think about this stuff, because of this great escapism. And yeah, you can make this point about any popular media, but Michael Jackson and Star Wars are unique in the fact that they're the best at it. It gets even better when you realize you can combine them both and you get fucking Captain EO.
You're just another part of me.
This guy looks fucking retarded.